Hey yo, how y'all doing? This is your girl Tashi, and I am back with another video. So we're gonna be reacting to why fast food has gotten so expensive. That is so true. Let's get straight to the video.
Big and tasty.
Check a
For
little
just
bit.
$1, you did your thing, dog.
Remember the dollar menu? Well, you may be hard-pressed to find any fast food item that actually costs $1 anymore.
$17 for 3 filet of fishes at McDonald's? Are you kidding me?
I don't have the
Yeah, and that's the only thing I mostly eat is the fish sandwich from McDonald's. Now I think they charge like $10 for it. No fries, no drink, nothing. Just the sandwich. Crazy.
money to buy fast food anymore.
Don't you just miss the days when fast food was actually cheap?
When looking at fast food menus nationally, here are the average for fries from McDonald's, a Happy Meal, and a burger combo from Burger King.
It's crazy.
But I paid even more than that. Here are the prices at fast food locations by the NBC offices in Midtown Manhattan.
Broadly speaking,
And Brooklyn too. And Brooklyn.
sales are performing much stronger than foot traffic, and that's due in part to higher prices.
The Consumer Price Index measures inflation, or the average increase in prices over time. Fast food falls into the limited service meals category. Think anything that's typically ordered at a counter and taken to go. From 2019 to 2023, prices in this category are up nearly 28%. That's more than full service meals. Think sit-down restaurants with servers, which increased nearly 24%. And it's also more than overall inflation, which increased 19%. So why are fast food prices so high, and where will they go from here?
I don't know. I remember people, couldn't afford to, eat at certain restaurants at McDonald's, and some of these fast food was the only thing. You could just grab like $1 meal. I don't even think McDonald's even have $1 meal anymore. The last time I remember, when I went in there, I didn't see $1 meal. So it's crazy. Everything went up. So it's like, and then when you go to some of these McDonald's, it's not as packed like it used to be. Trust me, it's not. The ones I go to, you don't really see like a long line of people. You don't see a crowd. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't see a crowd of people in there.
Can I please get a Titan turkey? Can I get a foot long? Yeah, just that.
Between 2022 and 2023, the cost of food, beverage, and packaging rose around 11% for both McDonald's and Chipotle. Still, as of late, labor is the main culprit.
Is about 1/3 of the cost of the menu item. So even as those costs moderate, in many cases, and particularly given the laws that we're seeing in California and some of the other, minimum wage laws and just increases that are happening, is that wage pressure remains elevated.
The fast food labor market became increasingly competitive for employers during the pandemic as companies struggled to fill their restaurants. In 2022, the number of employees in the limited service restaurant category were still below 2019 levels. During that same time, the number of limited service establishments grew by over 4%.
As things normalized after COVID, you still see a higher amount of job openings and less people coming in to fill those jobs.
Because first of all, they're not paying these people. The stuff that these people have to dealing with customers. So that could be that too. And plus, it's, like I said, it's so expensive now. So you don't get a lot of people going to these fast food restaurants anymore. And plus, McDonald's don't even taste the same. A lot of these fast food restaurants, their food don't even taste, don't taste the same anymore. So there's a lot of stuff that's playing a factor into this. A lot of stuff. The wages, the cost of the food. There's a lot of stuff going on. So, of course they're gonna run into a lot of problems here.
Jobs.
Compared to 2019, the percentage of sales that goes towards paying for labor has grown for many limited service restaurants like Wendy's and Shake Shack, where it has actually decreased for restaurants like the Cheesecake Factory and Darden Restaurants, which owns chains like Olive Garden, Longhorn Steakhouse,
I didn't know
and
that.
Grill.
What?
In order to
That I didn't even know.
maintain the same service levels and expand their operating hours to accommodate the consumers' late night snack demands and demands for earlier breakfast, fast food restaurants need to hire more labor across the day part. And so as they're competing with other potential employers, they need to make the job more enticing. And the easiest way to do that is by raising the wage rate.
And companies are
Yeah, and a lot of them don't want to raise the wage. A lot of them don't. Like, I'm sorry, as an adult or even a kid making, like, I don't know. I mean, every state is different, you know. I don't know how much they get paid here in New York, but I think they get paid between, I'm assuming they get paid between, I don't know, $10 an hour to like what, $14 or even $15 an hour the most. And that's not even enough. The cost of living is so expensive, it's so high. So it's like, you know, people can't live off of that, you know. So it's like, it's hard to find workers. It's really, really hard because they're not paying people.
passing these costs,
And then people
got
gotta deal with the customers,
especially as
you know?
States like California have raised the minimum wage for workers.
And
Oh,
obviously,
okay. So I was, yeah. I said 10 to what? $15 an hour. Okay, so California is $20. Okay, so I'm assuming New York got to be around there too. I'm assuming. So yeah, I didn't know.
despite this huge wage inflation, there's a lot of other factors at play. I think when you look at inflation within limited service, first of all, you're starting with a lower check average. And so any increase of $1 or $2 that an operator passes on, just by definition, as a higher percentage increase on it.
From December 2023 to February 2024, the national average for a quick service restaurant check was about $18, which is 4.5% more than the same time period last year. That's a higher percentage increase than both casual and fine dining. And full service restaurants are capitalizing on the decreasing price gap.
How is this Chili's 3 for me only $10.99 when
3 for me for $10.99. I mean, 3 for me for just $10.99. That's not bad. But what do they mean by 3 for me? Wait, let's see it. Let's see what they say.
food is so expensive?
Could be because we don't have to pay for any mascots.
Please! I was born for this!
It has created a shift in fast food consumer behavior.
Perhaps before they were going there 10 times, but now they're still
That's
only
not
spending
bad, though.
$100.
3 for-
Maybe they're going there 8 times or 7 times, right? And so you start to see this traffic fall off because they're still spending essentially the same amount, but they're now going
Don't eat the
less
paper.
frequently.
Why it look like he ate the paper? Oh my gosh. At least take the wrapper off. Look at that. All that.
Although prices for
Mayo.
fast food have soared, sales have remained strong. McDonald's, Wendy's, and Yum Brands, which owns KFC, Pizza Hut, and Taco Bell,
Dad, I didn't even know that. What? Wow.
have all seen revenue surge past pre-pandemic levels.
A lot of the sales are still going up. And a lot of that's driven by price as opposed to frequency or visits.
A lot of investors are now focused on who is best positioned to drive growth based on volume, because you can obviously only push your price higher for so long.
And that for so long may have arrived. McDonald's missed earnings estimates in the first quarter of 2024, and an Evercore analyst called it one of the most sobering quarters for the fast food giant. Others like KFC and Pizza Hut are experiencing the same consumer pullback.
We must be laser focused on affordability, which means good entry-level price points available every day. In the markets where we're doing this well, the business is outperforming. In some markets, however, it's clear we still have opportunities to strengthen our prop.
It's crazy how he's a CEO of McDonald's. I don't know if anybody watched the documentary about the start of McDonald's. You know, it was stolen by these two brothers who last name is McDonald's, but it was stolen by I forgot the guy's name. I mean, when you get a chance, you could watch that documentary. It's kind of sad. It's a sad documentary because, you know, McDonald's was it started off with these two brothers last name McDonald's, and they were stolen from them. So it's like when I see their name and I see somebody else's last name is totally different, it's like,
Opposition.
100K plus
It's
income
like-
household are really powering through and still spending at kind of normalized levels. Where we see a lot of the constraint or perhaps behavioral changes is the 50K and below consumer. And so your lower end consumer who just doesn't have enough spending power to keep doing everything that they were doing when the economy had a lot of additional COVID stimulus available.
Remember the $5 footlong at Subway? Well, that's a thing of the past. This turkey sub.
Yes, I remember. I do remember it being like $5 and change. That's crazy. But how much is it? I mean, I did bought a Subway sandwich like I think last week. Yeah, last week or this week? No, last week. Last week.
Cost me over $11. The bad news
Oh, yes, I think I did pay that.
Prices aren't going to go down. The good news is the increases are slowing.
Prices in general across the economy very rarely ever come down once they've been reset higher. One of the reasons for that is wages, once they're reset higher, very rarely get pushed back down and reset lower.
To combat the decrease in value offered by fast food, chains are relying on apps and loyalty programs. In its 2023 fourth quarter earnings call, Wendy's says that it plans to invest approximately $15 million, primarily in 2024, to further enhance its mobile app experience. McDonald's announced its goal to expand its loyalty program from 150 million to 250 million 90-day active users by 2027.
They haven't been able to do before is have targeted advertisements that go directly to consumers based on their consumption preferences. And the companies will be able to see almost in real time the return on investment of those advertisements and those promotions that they push to the consumer, because they can tell, I pushed them the promotion on Tuesday and they made a purchase on Wednesday or on Thursday.
The value offered by fast food is something that customers will continue to evaluate
doing their
each time
studies
to make a purchase, and it may ultimately determine how the industry reacts going forward.
Restaurants still take dollars to the bank, not consumer visits. And as long as they're able to continue to drive growth from a value or from a dollar perspective, I think, that's still good news for the industry.
All right, so that was enough of that. Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff that play a factor. Like I said, is the wages going up. And it's a lot of stuff. But you do still have some of these companies are very, very greedy. Let's just keep it real. Some of them are very, very greedy. Very, very greedy. Some of them, not saying all of them, but some of them are very greedy. That's why stuff are like this. But yeah, so comment below. Let me know how y'all feel about this, and I'll see y'all later. Take care. Peace.